Look at letter C. There's suspicious or unusual activity reports. Now, this is the cornerstone of your entire program. Because remember, everything we've been talking about so far, we're looking out for unusual activity. And so this is the cornerstone. We're trying to figure out, okay, are we catching unusual things when they come across our desk? Are we identifying it? Are we alerting the appropriate people? And then eventually there's what's called a suspicious activity report that gets filed after your BSA department gets involved and they conduct an investigation and they determine that it is suspicious activity that they've run into. Well, then they have to file what's called a suspicious activity report. Now, a couple of things here. Suspicious activity reports are highly confidential. So at any point, if you ever find out about a SAR that was filed, you are not to talk about it to anybody outside of your BSA department, okay? So you cannot confirm or deny the existence of a SAR. So if at any point you find out that it was signed, keep in mind, these are very confidential. CTRs are less so. Like CTRs, there's a trigger there. If I bring in $10,000 in cash and I deposit at my bank, I know full well as a matter of course that a CTR is going to be filed. Now, it may be unusual or suspicious if I come in and I start asking about, okay, what's the threshold? How much money can I bring in? And if, because I don't want anything going to the government. That's probably unusual, and that's something you should get on the phone. And you can say if it's over $10,000, there's a CTR that's going to be filed, but that's when you might want to let your BSA officer know, what, Kevin was asking about these reporting thresholds. That's really unusual. Then we watch out for what's called structuring. Structuring is when we're bringing in money under that threshold over and over and over again and structuring our deposits to avoid that CTR requirement. But again, CTRs aren't confidential, but SARs are.